There are several different ways, students can pay for college. Financial aid is the big one, federal aid, state aid, and institutional aid. You have scholarships that like our foundation offers. Other outside organizations offer scholarships. Some students might have a college savings plan. Some of our older students, maybe who are working right now, they can, connect with their employer and see if there is some kind of tuition reimbursement program, or if they're, willing to pay for some of their classes. We also have our veteran students who served in the military, and even in the National Guard, who can also get assistance with their college. So there are so many different ways. And if students, come to our office, we're happy to share what resources are out there. And, it's essentially making your college education free. A loan is a type of federal student aid. It's money you have to pay back to the government. The federal Pell Grant is based on your eligibility when you complete the Fafsa. So it's money you don't have to pay back. And then scholarships are different from a grant in a sense that when students apply for scholarships, it's just based on the eligibility requirements, based on the donor or organizations that's offering the scholarship. But it's also free money and it doesn't have to be paid back. The Fafsa is a free application for federal student aid. So this is the application that we encourage all students to complete if they're interested in receiving financial aid when they go to college here at TMCC. The Fafsa application, it's free, so you should never have to pay for it. We use the application as a universal application towards students for other aid. So if we have any state aid or institutional aid, we use the Fafsa application to award students. So there is this big misconception that my parents make too much money or I make too much money. I'm not going to fill out the Fafsa because I'm not going to get the Pell Grant. But the reality is financial aid, it's not just federal grants, student loans, but it does consist of state financial aid and also institutional aid. So I always encourage students to complete a Fafsa because you never know what you're missing out on. On the Fafsa, there's a question that asks you if you're interested in work study. You want to mark yes for that question. And we use that information, again, to allocate funding for students who are eligible for work study. There are a lot of benefits of being a work study student and working on campus. A lot of departments on campus really prioritize student success. So they will always be flexible with student schedules, especially if students need extra time to study for an exam or work on a project. Students can expect to come to our office and receive help from completing the Fafsa from the start, helping them complete any additional financial aid documents that they need to complete their file. If they're interested in student employment, financial literacy. I think honestly what makes TMCC unique is at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you talk to or what department they're working from, but everyone is always committed to make sure our students succeed, and we'll find a way to support them and help them in any way they can. Having a college education can make a difference and impact your family's lives more than you know it. And you set up as the first student in the family to go to college and graduate, you kind of set that up for the rest of your family of what other opportunities are there. I'm a low-income, first-generation student. So when I was given the opportunity to participate in a college-bound program, that college-bound program has helped me every step of the way. Through assistance, I was able to graduate from UNR with my bachelor's degree. I was participating in the TRIO program, which also helped me tremendously. I worked on my master's, and I was able to get my college education paid with a combination of federal aid and also working as a graduate assistant. I went on to pursue my PhD. Here I am, working. I finished my PhD in the middle of the pandemic. In the middle of the pandemic, after having a baby, and my baby was only 2 months old, defended my dissertation on Zoom. So it's been wild, but I want to tell students that if you put your mind to something, you will get it done, and there will always be people to help you along the way. So don't ever be afraid to ask for help or what resources and opportunities are out there, because you just never know.